What's up guys, it's Jafer, and I am back with another mouse video because frankly it's one of my favorite things about PC gaming, almost more so than actually PC gaming. And in front of me and what you're seeing is usually mice that I personally love. I love what Logitech has to offer, and I love the competitive nature of what they design into their products. But then I saw something that kind of caught me off guard, and that would be this guy right here, the Cooler Master MM830. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and let's see if this giant ass mouse is worth your time. Alright, so with the Cooler Master MM830, it is the newest entry from Cooler Master themselves. You've seen them produce like awesome cases, your cooling equipment for your computer, as well as mouse pads and keyboards. So they've been around for a while, and they've offered different types of mice. Like I do think the MM530 or the 531 that's exclusive at Best Buy is a fantastic mouse for the price, despite having a lot of flaws. But with the 830, they showcased it last year and it was delayed, and it's finally out now. And with this, I honestly think this is targeted toward the editor, the casual gamer, or the guy that really wants something different than his G502. This is going to be a palm, what I would say a palm and claw grip style. With me using a fingertip, it's not really the best thing for me, but again, that's going to depend on your hand size as well. So if you use fingertip, it might be worth trying, because we might have different hand sizes. The intriguing thing about this mouse though is two things really. It uses Pbt Plastic, the same thing that really is almost the end all be all for your keycaps for your keyboard. It's more of a rugged plastic. It has a nice texture to it, and it doesn't develop that shine or gloss that other like ABS mice, I believe I'm saying it right, those type of mice use. Like for instance, my G303, if you look at the button here, the clicks, you can actually see where it shines a little bit, and that's from your normal use. That's not going to happen with your MM830, except for maybe an excessive amount of gaming time after time. The Pbt is known for its durability, and that's what I do like about it. Also, with it being so durable, it is very heavy. It comes in at 122 grams. If you've watched my other videos, I'm not a fan of heavy mice, but again, I don't think that they're even marketing this toward the hardcore competitive gamer, because they know that it does have substantial weight. It does have a OLED screen that's going to display whatever it is you may want as far as your what GPU temperatures, if you have a logo, things of that nature, and you can customize that in the software, but that's not a feature that you're going to want if you're a competitive gamer. The one other intriguing aspect about this, besides the plastic though, sorry I'm jumping around a little bit, is going to be the D-pad. This is awesome. So the one thing I really love about this is that normally when you have a side button set up on a mouse, it's gonna throw your grip off. So if you're holding it, you're gonna have to hit the side buttons up top or even some side buttons up here. Not the case with this. You have four very distinctive buttons that are in the shape of a D-pad, but it's coated in rubber along with the other side of it, so it kind of blends in. But when you're using this thing, like I was playing Apex and Anthem with it, and it did not throw me off whatsoever. And I think that's awesome. I think they've actually nailed the perfect side grip for a larger mouse, because with a larger mouse, if you have lift off or anything, you will fatigue over a while, over a certain period of time. I'm sorry, I can't English. When it's heavier. And I understand that 80 grams versus 122 isn't that big of a difference, but if you are gaming excessively, anything relating to muscle memory, doing repetitive nature things, then it's going to definitely put a little wear and tear on you, and it's nice having this D-pad here that's really going to prevent that. As far as the switches on here, I'm not sure of that, but the clicks 1 and 2 are Omron switches that are rated for 20 million clicks, so that's really nice. You do have giant mouse feet on the bottom. If you do end up purchasing this mouse, make sure you take the film off of it, because I got kind of excited and just kind of opened the mouse and wanted to test it out on the couple mouse pads I had, and it felt funny, and sure enough, they actually had film on the mouse pads. I don't really see that too often when you crack open a new mouse. So, forewarning there. Other boring specs, it's got your typical 1000 polling rate. It does have 4 RGB zones, being the mouse wheel itself, your DPI right here, as well as the Cooler Master logo, which I think is one of the coolest logos really in the industry. It's very minimal, very sleek, and then you have an underglow, which I love. I think if you're going to add RGB and add weight to a mouse, the underglow, I know it's kind of hard to see here with the light, but the underglow is really nice at night or in the dark. And also your RGB logo here is six different zones, so you can customize this to your heart's content. So that's really nice as well. I think with the BPT or PBT, wow, I will never get this right. Sorry, guys. The plastic being so durable, I think it does lessen the effect of RGB compared to something like Corsair, Razer, Logitech using standard plastic. But I'll take the durability over just having brighter RGB. So you have the one grip on the side. There is no grip on here. The mouse is wider than the G502, so depending on your hand size, this might benefit you more than your trusty G502. I suppose the one thing I don't like about this really is, and it can't really be a knock because it's not a competitive mouse, but it's this thing. This reminds me, if you guys are like into insects at all, and I did like some entomology studying and I was in pest control, long story, but this looks like a rhino beetle. Like, I don't understand why this looks like something that was attached to my parents' toaster in 1989. Like, why is this so big? Why does this have to come out so much? You can angle it up and out of the mouse and off the mouse pad without having this giant piece of plastic. And the braided cable, it's what, 1.8 meters, which is almost 6 feet, I think. It's not super flexible. So if you were to twist it around and then let go of it, it's going to go back into its original shape. It's definitely not anything paracord. And I'm generally curious the manufacturing process on mice because I want to see how much it's going to cost a manufacturer to assemble a paracord compared to something like this. Super thick braided cable with, I'm assuming, PVC in it to keep it more durable. I want to know what pennies they're saving, and that goes for any manufacturer. I think in 2019, despite me hating them so much, Final Mouse kind of, they kind of set a standard, and they kind of introduced a lot of people to the mouse industry and what can be done. And I really think that a lot of manufacturers need to look at that and incorporate it into their features and their set list. So yeah, outside of the braided cable and the weird monstrosity protruding out of the mouse, this is a great mouse for editing, casual gaming. I think if I was back in the WoW, I'd really love this mouse as well. Having these extra features, it's definitely just something that I would appreciate. Same with my SteelSeries 710 review. I'm not a fan of the OLED. It's a nice little gimmick, I guess, if someone really wants it, but how often are you going to be playing a game and you're like, I need to look at my GPU temperatures and then lift your mouse up? I don't think it's really going to happen. But you know what, to each their own. Other than that, though, let me know if you guys have any questions on this, $70 mouse. It's a great value for how durable it is. Especially speaking of durability, going back to it, when I press into it, I don't feel a single budge. I don't hear a creak or anything like that. So if you're someone also that goes through mice because maybe you're just a little hard on your things, look into this mouse as well. $70 gets you a super durable mouse. I think Cooler Master did an excellent job with this guy. Aside from the minor little gripes that I don't think are really an issue for the audience they're looking for with this is an all-around solid mouse, and I think I'm going to keep it around and use it for really when I'm doing any work, or if I'm just casually gaming, playing a MOBA that I'm awful at, or getting back in the WoW. So yeah, shoot me a comment down below, like the video if you liked it, and other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Take care now.